Yeah. So, yeah. Focus on the bow. Again, for this up bow, for the up bow here, you want your elbow to be the same height. Release the hinge. For the da da da, not quite as low as it was, and cross it more to the G note. So when you do the A, here, not too low elbow. Raise the elbow more to get to the D string, and then play the D. Make sure that it's on the same height about as the hair of the bow. It's slightly below the wrist, but not as low as you had it. And from the middle to the frog, back your arm up a little more that way, giving your collarbone more room, and you'll have an easier time. Let's hear some détachés in this part of the bow. Let's do the Suzuki bowing. Right. So by backing this up this way and bowing in a straight line, you have room to isolate the elbow. See how your shoulder's less involved? We should be able to do that almost all the way to the frog. Feeling, now I'm going to go to what you had before. We'll drop this down in front. Now try to use a lot of bow with the frog, and you'll feel your shoulder has to help. You feel what you have to do with your shoulder to make it go? So by bringing that back this way and lowering your wrist, now you can isolate your elbow more. You don't have to use as much shoulder. Keep your hinge. Feel the difference? Don't force. You have a loud sound naturally. Don't force. Enough weight, but release the sound. Make a nice sound. You don't have to be forced. Let's get all the sound out and make it really pure. You have a naturally big sound. You don't have to worry about the size of your sound. So what exercise are you going to use to fix that right shoulder thing, which is doing much better now? Use your scales. Let's say you're doing a... Let's hear an A major scale like that using this part of the bow from the frog to the middle. Go ahead. Don't watch these. Know where they are. Trust where they are. And just watch your sounding point instead. What are we fixing? Left hand or this? What are you thinking about right now? Which hand are you really thinking about? This. What hand do you want to be thinking about? Yeah, you're right. That means that you're allowed to be dead out of tune if it happens. Relax this and start showing me the bowing I want. This will actually become more in tune. If you listen and relax, don't look at your hand, but soften your thumb into the index finger and your shoulder and focus on your bowing, and your intonation will get much better. What did you feel? You went this way. When you want to get over, put your forefinger down on the string. And yeah, your hand needs to stay in that shape. That's where your hand needs to be. Now, when those fingers are up, so what did that tell you about your thumb and your wrist? Your thumb and wrist needed to come around a little bit more for the last two shifts. So when you get there, what did we learn about the bow speed? The amount of bow that you use could be more and lighter. Use from the red tape of your halfway point to the frog. But try to play softly for now, slowly. You don't have to go as fast in the tempo. I just want to make sure that you're able to use that full amount of bow. Yeah. Your shoulder, the most comfortable you've ever been. All the way to the frog. No frog shyness. A little higher elbow this way will help you. Keep it a little higher but backed up so that you're open, so you can reach the frog. Do you understand? Let's go open A for a couple strokes. All the way to the frog. Feel your hinge. All the way to the frog. All the way to the frog. And it's okay if your arm comes a little bit in front of you at the very frog. And if it drops a little bit down here, but the motor is still the elbow into the wrist hinge. That's still the motor. It's okay if your shoulder moves a little bit passively the wrong way. Because in the triangle position here, the elbow is slightly more in front of the body than it is when you get down to the square position. If you're doing a smaller stroke that's faster, leave the elbow in one position and isolate the motor. Help with the fingers. Don't use the shoulder or you'll get very tight if you're playing smaller, faster strokes. Yeah, then I don't use as much shoulder because this would happen. Get tighter and tighter. So for fast strokes, we try to isolate the wrist and fingers. And then, if that's helping the stroke, this is throwing away the stroke too. So you're doing a little bit there and throwing the bow out of the hand. A little bit of closing of the elbow and picking the bow up. The bow is traveling the same direction. You understand? So the wrist and fingers are not clutching the stick. Even if there's pressure here, you have the ability to throw the bow away, right, as you're going back and forth. Throw it away. That's loosen. And open the elbow. Don't think about the hand too much. Don't think too much about the fingers. Less than that in the fingers. Mostly elbow. Just loosen it up. Faster. Faster. You want to play fast? Yeah. You gotta be able to do it fast. You gotta work on fast so you can do yeah? Did you ever see the red violin? Get her the red violin, you'll love it.
I've seen it, but it's been a long time.
So get it for her because she'll love it.
Yeah.
And there's this scene where this little boy is trained by a master, and moment by moment, day by day, they speed up the metronomes. And he doesn't feel that he's getting faster, but he is getting faster. And over several months, he gets up to this lightning speed. With your A major scale, you can do that. But in the left hand, everything has to be well oiled. Much less thumb pressure. Just drop the fingers. Think about what action is. If you're dropping, crossing, shifting, and don't let any of those actions, the 7 actions are lifting, dropping, crossing, shifting, vibrating, extending, and contracting. If any of those 7 actions make us tighter in the hand or in the shoulder, we're fighting the instrument. But if all of those actions, the drop, the shoulder's comfortable, almost no support. Kind of the way the gypsies hold their violins, very loosely, you know, not this. Of course we want the fiddle up like that, but we have to find a way to balance it between the thumb, the collarbone, the chin. It's more of a balancing act. Don't think of holding a violin. Think of balancing it, and then think of your left hand technique not disturbing the position of the violin. Make your left hand go up the fingerboard. Wherever you go up and come back down. Whatever you do, that you don't disturb this. Because if you disturb it, you have to clutch it more. If your left hand actions don't disturb the instrument going up, that's when we say, oh boy, she really gets around the fiddle easily. She gets around the fiddle so easily. Go all the way up. Right. Yeah, try, here's an exercise for you. Try going from a C to a